Hi, and welcome to Bedtime Stories with Family Literacy Center in partnership with the Lapeer District Library. My name's Shauna, and I will be your reader today. I'm a tutor with Family Literacy Center in conjunction with GST Michigan Works. And today we are going to do part 2 of the Magic Treehouse, number 6, Afternoon on the Amazon by Mary Pope Osborne. So last time I read chapters 1 through 4 with the prologue, and I'm going to do 5 through the end of the book today. So let's see what happens to our characters, Annie and Jack, all right? Chapter number 5, Pretty Fish. Squeak! Annie patted the little mouse in her pocket. It's okay, Peanut. The ants can't get us in the river. We're safe, she said. Maybe safe from the ants, said Jack, but where is this canoe going? Jack and Annie stared at the river. Branches spread over the water, vines and mosses hung down from them. We better look this up, said Jack. He pulled the rainforest book out of his backpack and flipped through it. Soon he found a picture of a river and read, the Amazon River stretches over 40,000 miles from the mountains of Peru across Brazil to the Atlantic Ocean. The river basin contains over half the rainforest in the world. Jack looked at Annie. We're on the Amazon River, he said. It's more than 4,000 miles long. Wow, Annie whispered. She looked at the river. She trailed her hand through the water. I have to make some notes, Jack said. He pulled his notebook out of his pack and he wrote, the Amazon rainforest is. They even show him writing something in his handwriting. Jack, look at all those pretty fish with the teeth, said Annie. What? Jack glanced up from his writing. Annie was pointing to some blue fish swimming near the boat. The fish had red bellies and razor-sharp teeth. Watch it, cried Jack. Those aren't pretty fish. They're piranhas. They'll eat anything, even people. Yikes, whispered Annie. We better get back on shore, said Jack, putting the books in his backpack. How? Said Annie. We can't go in the water now, and we don't have any paddles. Jack tried to stay calm. We need a plan, he said. Jack stared at the river. The canoe would soon float under some vines. And they have the picture of Jack and Annie in the canoe here on the Amazon. I'll grab a vine, said Jack, and pull us to shore. Good idea, said Annie. They glided under the branches. Jack stood up. The canoe rocked. He nearly fell out. Balance the canoe, said Jack. Annie leaned to one side. Jack reached and missed. The canoe floated under more branches. Jack reached for another thick vine. He grabbed it. It was cold and scaly. It wiggled and jerked. I don't think that's a vine. Uh-oh. Ah, Jack screamed and fell back into the canoe. The vine was alive. It was a long, green snake. The snake fell from the tree and splashed into the water and swam away. Oh, man, said Jack. He and Annie stared in horror at each other. What now? Said Annie, making a face. Well, Jack looked up the river. There were no vines up ahead, but there was a big branch floating in the water. Grab that branch near you. Maybe we can use it for a paddle, said Jack. The canoe floated closer to the branch. Annie reached for it. Suddenly, the branch rose into the air. It was a crocodile. Help! Screamed Annie as she fell back into the canoe. The crocodile opened and closed its huge, long jaws. Then it moved past the canoe and swam up the river. Oh, man, whispered Jack. A screeching sound split the air. Jack and Annie jumped. Help! Said Jack. He expected to see another terrible creature, but all he saw was a small brown monkey hanging from its tail by a tree. Chapter 6, Monkey Trouble. There's Jack and Annie on the river with the monkey. Peanut poked her head out from Annie's pocket. She seemed to be yelling at the monkey. Don't worry, Peanut, said Annie. He's just a little monkey. He won't hurt us. But suddenly the monkey grabbed a big red fruit hanging from the tree and he hurled it at the canoe. Watch it, shouted Jack. The fruit fell into the water with a splash. The monkey screeched even louder. He grabbed another fruit. Don't throw things at us, shouted Annie, but the monkey hurled the red fruit right at them. Jack and Annie ducked again, and the fruit splashed into the water. "Stop that!" Annie shouted, but the monkey only waved his arms and screeched again. "Oh, brother," said Jack, "I don't believe this." The monkey grabbed a third fruit and hurled it at Jack and Annie. It landed inside the canoe with a thump. Annie grabbed the fruit. She stood up and threw it back at the monkey. She missed. The canoe rocked, and Annie almost fell out. The monkey screeched even louder. "Go away," Annie shouted. "You're the meanest thing in the world." The monkey stopped screeching. He looked at Annie and then he swung away into the forest. "I think you hurt his feelings," said Annie. "Oh, I think I hurt his feelings," said Annie. "Who cares?" said Jack. "He shouldn't throw things." "Uh-oh," said Annie. "It's raining now." "What?" Jack looked up. A raindrop hit him in the eye. "Oh, no, I don't believe this," Jack said. "What did you expect? It is a rainforest." A gust of wind blew the canoe. Thunder rolled in the sky. A river's a bad place to be in a storm, said Jack. "We have to get back to shore right now." "But how?" said Annie. "We can't wade or swim. The piranhas, the snake, and the crocodile will get us." Screeching split in the air again. "Oh no," said Jack. The bratty monkey was back. This time the monkey was pointing a long stick at the canoe. Jack crouched down. Was the monkey going to hurl the stick at them like a spear? Annie jumped up and faced the monkey. "Watch it, he's nuts." But the monkey just stared at Annie, and Annie just stared back at him. After a long moment, the monkey seemed to smile. Annie smiled back. "What's going on?" said Jack. "He wants to help us," Annie said. "Help us how?" The monkey held out the long stick. Annie grabbed the other end, and the monkey pulled on the stick. The canoe started floating towards him. The monkey pulled the canoe all the way to the bank of the river. That was nice of him, wasn't it? Chapter 7. Freeze. Jack and Annie jumped out of the canoe. The rain started falling harder. The monkey took off and swung from tree to tree, heading up the river bank. He screeched and beckoned to Jack and Annie. "He wants us to follow him," said Annie. "No, we have to find the special thing, then go home," said Jack. "He wants to help us," said Annie. She took off after the monkey. The two of them vanished into the rainforest. "Annie!" Thunder shook the sky. "Oh, brother," said Jack. He dashed after Annie and the monkey into the dark forest. The forest seemed surprisingly dry. Jack looked up. It was still raining, but the tree tops acted like a huge umbrella. "Annie!" called Jack. "Jack! Jack!" cried Annie. "Where are you?" "Here!" Jack hurried in the direction of Annie's voice. Soon he found the monkey. He was screeching and swinging from the tree. Annie was kneeling on the forest floor. She was playing with an animal that looked like a giant kitten. "What's that?" Jack said. "I don't know, but I love it," said Annie. Annie batted the animal's paws. It had gold fur and black spots. "I better find out what it is," said Jack. He pulled out his rainforest book and flipped through. "Oh, it's so cute," said Annie. Jack found a picture of an animal with gold fur and black spots, and he read, "The jaguar is the biggest predator in the Western Hemisphere." "Forget cute," Jack said. "That must be a baby jaguar. It's going to grow up and be the biggest predator in the—" "What's a predator?" asked Annie. Grrr! There was a terrible growl, and Jack whirled around. Like mommy's coming. The mother jaguar was coming out from behind the tree. She was creeping right over the dead leaves, right toward Annie. "Freeze!" whispered Jack. Annie froze, but the jaguar kept moving slowly towards her. "Help!" said Jack weakly. Suddenly the monkey swooped down from his tree and grabbed the jaguar's tail. The cat roared and spun around. Annie jumped up, and the monkey pulled the jaguar's tail again, and then he let go and took off. The jaguar sprang after him. "Run, Annie!" cried Jack. Jack and Annie took off through the rainforest. They ran for their lives. Chapter 8. Vampire Bats. "Wait," said Jack, panting. "I think we got away." Jack and Annie stopped running and caught their breath. "Where are we?" said Jack. "Where's the monkey?" said Annie, looking back in the rainforest. "You don't think the jaguar got him?" "No, monkeys are fast," said Jack. Of course, jaguars are fast too, Jack thought, but he didn't want to tell Annie that. "I hope he's okay," said Annie. "Squeak!" Peanut peeked out from Annie's pocket. Peanut, I almost forgot you, said Annie. Are you okay? The mouse just stared at Annie with her big eyes. She looked scared, said Jack. Poor Peanut. Poor monkey, said Annie. She looked around the rainforest. We better check the book, said Jack. He pulled out the book and turned the pages, searching for help. He stopped on a picture of a scary creature. Oh man, what's this? He said. He read the writing below the picture, and it said, Vampire bats live in the Amazon rainforest. At night, they quietly bite their victims and suck their blood. Vampire bats, said Jack. He felt very faint. Vampire bats, said Annie. Jack nodded. After dark. Annie and Jack looked around. The rainforest seemed to be getting even darker. Yikes, said Annie, looking at Jack. Maybe we should go home. Jack nodded. For once he agreed with her. What about our mission? Said Annie. What about Morgan? We'll come back, said Jack. We'll have to be prepared. So we'll come back tomorrow? Annie asked. Right. Now which way is the treehouse? This way, said Annie, pointing. That way, said Jack, pointing the opposite direction, and they looked at each other. We're lost, said together. Squeak, squeak. Don't worry, Peanut. Annie started to pat the mouse again, but then she stopped. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Jack, I think Peanut wants to help us, said Annie. How? The way she helped us in the time of the ninjas. Annie placed the mouse on the leafy forest floor. Take us to the treehouse, Peanut, and the mouse took off. Where'd she go? Said Annie. I don't see her. There, said Jack as he pointed to the leaves rustling on the ground. A streak of white passed over the leaves. Yes, there, said Annie. Jack and Annie followed the moving leaves. The streak of white appeared and disappeared. Suddenly, Jack stopped. The forest floor was still. There was no sign of Peanut. Where is she? Asked Jack, and he kept staring at the ground. Jack! Jack glanced around, and Annie was standing at the other side of a nearby tree. She was pointing up. Jack looked up. The tree house! Oh, shoo, Jack said softly. I got a picture of the tree house. She saved us again, said Annie. She's running up the ladder. All by herself, look. Annie pointed at the rope ladder. Peanut was climbing up one of the ropes. Let's go, Jack said. Annie started up the ladder, then Jack. They followed Peanut all the way up the canopy of the rainforest. Chapter 9 The Thing. Jack and Annie climbed into the treehouse. Peanut was sitting on a stack of books. Annie patted Peanut's little head. Thanks, she said softly. I have to write some notes about the rainforest, said Jack. You'll find the Pennsylvania book. Anne began searching for the Pennsylvania book, the book that always took them home. Jack pulled out his notebook. He had wanted to take lots of notes here, but so far all he had written was the Amazon rainforest is. It's not here, said Annie. What? Jack looked up and glanced around the treehouse. Annie was right. The Pennsylvania book was nowhere in sight. Was it here before we left home? Said Jack. I don't remember, said Annie. Oh, man, said Jack. Now we can't get back to Frog Creek. That means we'll be out here when the vampire bats came out, said Annie. Something came flying through the treehouse window. Ah! Jack and Annie hid their heads. Thud. Something hit the floor, a red fruit. Jack looked up. The monkey was sitting in the window. His head was cocked to one side. He seemed to be grinning at them. You're safe, said Annie. Thanks for saving us, said Jack. The monkey just grinned. I just have one question, said Annie. She pointed to the fruit. Why do you keep throwing those at us? The monkey grabbed the fruit. No, no, don't throw it, said Jack. He ducked. But the monkey didn't throw the fruit. He held it out to Annie. He moved his lips as if he was trying to say something. Annie stared into the monkey's eyes and he moved his lips again. Wow, Annie said softly. I understand now. Understand what? Said Jack. Annie took the fruit from the monkey. This is it, she said, the thing we need. What thing? Said Jack. One of the special things we're supposed to find for Morgan, Annie said, to free her from the spell. Are you sure? Said Jack. Before Annie could answer, Jack saw the Pennsylvania. Look, our book, he said. We found the thing, and now we can see the book, said Annie. That's the way it works, remember? Jack nodded. Now he remembered the ninja master said that they wouldn't be able to find the Pennsylvania book until they had found what they were looking for. The monkey screeched with laughter. Annie and Jack looked at him. He was clapping his hands together. Annie laughed with him. "How did you know to give this to us?" she said. "Who told you to do that?" The monkey just waved at Jack and Annie, and then he turned and swung his way out of the treehouse. "Wait," said Jack, looking out the window. Too late. The monkey was gone, and he had vanished below the tree tops. "Goodbye," called Annie. The happy screech came from the mysterious world below. Jack sighed. He picked up his notebook again and looked at his writing. The Amazon rainforest is. He had to write something before they left. He quickly added, "Amazing." There you have him writing that. Jack put away his notebook. Annie picked up the Pennsylvania book. "Now it's really time to leave," she said. She turned to the picture of Frog Creek Woods. "I wish we could go there," she said, pointing at the picture. The wind started to blow. The leaves started to tremble. The treehouse began to spin. It spun faster and faster, and then everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 10. Halfway There. Squeak! Jack opened his eyes. Peanut was on the treehouse windowsill. "We're home," said Annie. Jack breathed a sigh of relief. Annie held the fruit up to the afternoon light. "What exactly is this?" she asked. "Maybe it's in the book," Jack answered. He pulled out the rainforest book and he flipped through the pages and he came to a picture of a red fruit. "Here it is," he said. He read out loud. "The mango has a sweet taste like that of a peach." "Mango? Said Annie, and she brought the fruit close to her lips. "Hey," said Jack, grabbing the mango from her, "we have to put it in the moon with the moonstone." Jack placed the mango on the M carved into the floor, next to the clear moonstone. "Moonstone, mango," whispered Annie. It sounded like a spell. "We're halfway there," said Jack. "Two more to go." "Then we can free you, Morgan," Annie called, as if Morgan was nearby. "How do you know she can hear you?" said Jack. "I just feel it," said Annie. "Oh, brother," said Jack. He needed more proof than that. Squeak! Peanut was looking at Jack and Annie. "We'll have to leave you now," Jack said to the mouse. Squeak! "Can't we take her with us?" said Annie. "No," said Jack. "Mom won't let us keep a mouse in the house, remember? She doesn't like mice." And there you have them in the treehouse with the little Peanut. "How could anyone not like a mouse?" said Annie. Jack smiled. "How could anyone not like a spider?" he said. "That's different." Annie patted Peanut's head. "Bye," she said. "Wait for us here. We'll be back tomorrow." Jack patted the mouse too. "Bye, Peanut. Thanks for your help," he said. Squeak! Jack put the rainforest book on top of the book about ninjas. Then he pulled out his backpack and he and Lanny left the treehouse. They climbed down the rope ladder and they stepped onto the ground. They started walking through the Frog Creek woods. Leaf shadows danced in the light. A bird called out. "These woods are very different from the rainforest," Jack thought. "There are no jaguars or army ants here," he said. "No little monkeys." "You know, that monkey was never being mean," said Annie. "He was just trying to give us the mango." "I know. Actually, nothing was being mean," said Jack. "The army ants just were marching. That's what an army ants do." "The piranhas were just being piranhas," said Annie. "The snake was just being a snake," said Jack. "The crocodile was just being a crocodile," said Annie. "And the jaguar was just taking care of her baby," said Jack. So I'm walking through the woods. Annie shuddered. "I still don't love bugs," she said. "You don't have to love them," said Jack. "Just leave them alone, and they won't bother you." In fact, that's true enough about the whole rainforest, Jack thought. Everyone should just leave it all alone. "Who cares if the bugs don't have names?" he said softly. "They know who they are." Jack and Annie stepped out of the Frog Creek woods. They started walking up their street. It was lit with golden light. "Race you," said Annie, and they took off running. They ran across their yard and they raced up their steps safe. They shouted together, tagging their front door. The end. So that is all for today. And if you would like to see more books like this, or you want to check out more books at the Family Literacy Center in partnership with the the Lapeer District Library. So I hope you all have a wonderful day and enjoy the story. Bye.